Hi viewers, welcome to English with Prince. My name is Prince James. In this video, we are going to have a look at auxiliary verbs, or we can call them helping verbs. This is auxiliary verbs part 3. If you want to learn or if you want to know auxiliary verbs part 1 and 2, please refer to my previous videos on auxiliary verbs. In this video, we are going to learn two auxiliary verbs. The first one is was and the second one is were. Let us see how native speakers or English speakers use these auxiliary verbs to make their conversations simple and easier. We use auxiliary verbs was and were to refer to past tense. Firstly, let's look at was. And one more thing is, was is for singulars and were is for plurals. Let's look at the first one, was. Was is used in past continuous positive, negative and questioning. Next, same used in past simple passive. Next, used in past continuous passive. Next, short responses, avoid repetition and to add question tags. Let's look at the example sentences. Was in the past continuous, positive, negative and questioning. These questionings are also called interrogatives in English. First positive statement, John was cooking when I phoned him. Next, I was playing tennis all the day. Next, negative statement, I wasn't buying vegetables. Next, how we ask questions. Helping verbs come first in questions. Was she playing in the playground? Next, was in passive voice. Past simple passive voice. I have mentioned active and passive voice. First, let's see active sentence and next passive sentence. God saved me. That is active. Passive, I was saved by God. Next, Rita was watering the garden. Passive, the garden was being watered by Rita. Next, was to give short responses. Conversation between A and B. Was he the king of the world? B says, yes, he is. Next, were you cooking? B, no, I wasn't. Next, was to avoid repetition. Example 1, I thought Hrithik was very poor, but he wasn't. I repeat, I thought Hrithik was very poor, but he wasn't. Example 2, I thought she was not good at maths, but she was. So here we avoid the repetition using helping verb. Instead of saying, I thought Hrithik was very poor, but he was not poor. Instead of repeating the phrase and making the statement lengthy, we can use this helping verbs. I thought Hrithik was very poor, but he wasn't. Second, I thought she was not good at math, but she was. Next, question tags. Example 1, Ashoka was a great king. Wasn't he? We know that if the statement is positive, question tag must be in negative. So that's why wasn't he. And the statement is negative, question tag should be in positive. Next example, Alex wasn't honest. Alex wasn't honest. Question tag is was he? Next, I was born in April. They were born in London. Whenever you want to use these phrases, I was born we have to say, or they were born if it is plural. I was born in April, they were born in London. We should not say I am born in April because it was past. The second helping verb is were. Were is used for plurals. Let's see the usage. Were as a helping verb in the past continuous positive, negative and questioning. And the same in the past simple passive. In the past continuous passive. For short responses, to avoid repetition, to add question tags. And one more thing is added here is impossible conditions. Yes, we use were for impossible conditions. Let's see how these impossible conditions are used with were in the examples. Example sentences. First one, were as a helping verb in the past continuous positive, negative and questioning. First positive. Adam and Eve were eating when their master called them. I repeat, Adam and Eve were eating when their master called them. Next, negative. My friends weren't cleaning the house. Next question. Were you watching TV all the day? Another question. What were you doing all the day? This is how were is used. Remember, were is for plurals. If the subject is plural, we use were. If the subject is singular, we use was. Next, in passive, simple past passive. I added active sentence first, then passive. Example 1. The rescue team saved hundreds of lives. Passive. Hundreds of lives were saved by the rescue team. Next, active. Rita was watering the plants. The plants were being watered by Rita. Next, were to give short responses. It's conversation A and B. Were both Gandhi and Nehru patriots? Yes, they were. This is the response. Next, A. Were they fighting? No, they weren't. This is how used for short responses. Next, to avoid repetition. I thought Hrithik and Salman were close friends, but they weren't. Instead of repeating entire phrase, but they were not friends or close friends, I can simply use this helping verb to avoid the repetition. I repeat the example. I thought Hrithik and Salman were close friends, but they weren't. Next example. I thought they were not brothers, but they were. Next, question tags. Freedom fighters were killed, weren't they? Next, Africans weren't sold for slavery, were they? Next, impossible conditions. Were is used for impossible conditions. Example 1. If I were a bird, I would fly in the sky. That is how I said it is impossible condition. It is used in impossible conditions. If I were a bird. Here, is it possible? No, it's not possible. I cannot be a bird. I cannot become a bird. So this is impossible condition. So that is the reason we use were instead of was. We should not say if I was a bird. It's wrong. We say if I were a bird, I would fly in the sky. Next, if I were you. Is it possible? I cannot become you. If I were you, that means I cannot become you. So I say if I were you. I should not say if I was you. If I were you, I would not do like that. This is how were is used in impossible conditions. And I added some exercises for you to do. Please do these exercises and post them in the comment box. Thank you for watching. If you find this video is useful, please do like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.